Good evening, gamers, and welcome to Capping Television. This is the coverage of ozfortress Season 29, Week 7 of Open. My name is the Lampshade22, and with me tonight I have the man, the myth, the absolute legend, the Wiggin. How are you, mate?
Yes, good evening, ladies and gents. Thanks for joining us tonight to bring you this game. It's apparently an important one for the Open Division. Brought to you by Snazzy and myself, who are now going to be going by the team name of Snaggin. So who have we got tonight, Snazzy?
Well, I do just want to say, just briefly, the barbecue is a sizzling, so get your sauce ready, because the snagging is on the mic.
Oof.
This game is Team Weezer versus Milady. That's Milady like the salutation, not like the disease. We've got the rosters up on the screen. I might have a quick run through Team Weezer if you want to talk about the other one. So, Team Weezer is Kurt on Medic, Himbo on Demo, Doggo on Pocket Scout, Berto on Pocket Soldier, Channy on Flank Scout, and Crypto on Roma. This team is they're poppers, mate. They're absolute pop. Do you want to tell me about Milady?
Yeah, so Milady, on the Pocket Scout we have Typo, on the Flank Scout we have Bambi, on Pocket Soldier we have Bub, on the Roma we have Illegally Dead, on the Demo Man we have Shade, and on the Medic we have Boo. So who are the players we've got to watch tonight? Snazzy, what's your prediction?
Well, so this cast, to be clear, because apparently there's been some contention about the Open game being on the main channel. I promised these guys a cast of their choice earlier in the season, and I had the dodge on it when they requested. So I've managed to get us going for this one. And I'm not going to lie, we need to watch all of the players, every single one.
All of them. Well, I had a quick squeak back through the last couple of weeks through the Open Division to try and find what I could about these teams. Quite a few familiar players. Last week, Milady had convincing loss to the second-ranked team, while Team Weezer had a convincing win over the 9th-ranked team. On Milady, I saw Bub, I believe, top damaged by a significant margin as the Pocket Soldier, even though they lost 5-0. And on the other side, it was the Soldier Berto and the Flank Scout Channy that had very impressive stats, so I'm going to be keeping an eye on them for the time being. But yeah, we'll hopefully get to see some good TF2 tonight.
Absolutely. I might just say, so like I said, I've got like a vague connection to these teams. And I will say, Channy on flank is gross. He does some really fat stuff. And this is his first TF2 season. He's got a large amount of FPS experience previously. He's come from Overwatch and CS. Same sort of thing as Doggo. He came from Overwatch as well. And then they've got Crypto in as well, which is like, I mean, I think maybe not everyone remembers Crypto, but he's returning for his first season in what, like 4 years, 5?
Yeah, it's definitely been a while, but it's definitely one of those players I think most people that have been in the scene a little bit would at least recognise the name. I suppose a lot of the younger / newer players might not have played against him, but definitely, again, someone to keep an eye on moving forward in this one tonight.
Yeah. I do know that Berto's parents are watching, so
shout outs to Berto's parents.
You're champions. He's definitely been popping off recently. I will say that I'm going to predict that it's going to be a 5-0 roll to them. Entirely. Yeah, okay. Team Weezer's going to take it.
So it's 3rd and 4th on the ladder for those that may not know. And 4th position in Open Division is still highly up for grabs. I believe there's 3 or 4 teams that this week's games will determine who gets that 4th spot and goes into playoffs. Whoever wins the game tonight, though, should be guaranteed a spot in the finals. And the other team will be at the mercy of the rest of the division, I believe.
Yeah, more or less. This kind of matters. Like, the points are really important to try and get into those playoffs. And contend for an upper tier spot.
Yeah, I'm just having a look, and it looks like there is 3 teams on 16 points currently, including Milady, who we're seeing tonight, Team Weezer, who we're seeing tonight, and Med Tagged 1. So yeah, definitely hotly contested, this 4th position spot, which is what you want to see coming this end of the season. Now, you also said, Snazzy, you've played with a few of these guys yourself, is that correct?
Yeah, so I've played with a good chunk of the Team Weezer team previously, but also a lot of Milady on my Highlander team as well. So, I don't know. Like, I have to stick the solidarity with Weezer, because I think I know them a little bit more better, unfortunately.
A little bit better.
Yeah,
fair enough. With there being some of those Highlander players, and you said players coming over from Overwatch as well, are you expecting a few off classes tonight? Opening up with Process as the first map by the looks, which obviously is a pretty favoured sniper map by a lot of people, including myself. But I don't know whether we'll see many off classes from these guys. What do you think?
Look, I mean, either team could off class, but I don't think either team is super prone to it, despite the Highlander connection. We might see crazier things happening on Reckoner, just with it being like a newer map and a bit more conducive to stupid stuff happening. But it does look like we're going live. What's your prediction, mate? What do you reckon? Real quick.
I could toss a coin, but I'm going to have to go with, I think... Oh, I can't even tell. You take us to the mid, buddy, and we'll see how we go.
Right. We do see Himbo getting a lot of good ground. Shade taking that right-hand side. He's over there lobbing some pipes over. Nothing really happening so far. Good height control from both teams. Crypto up there really doing some damage with the rockets. Barry on the ground going down to Channy. Birdo jumping in, getting a good amount of damage, creating some room for his team. Bambi's down very, very low. Sexy Turtle dying as well to Himbo. This is looking like a fairly dominant mid from the team. Channy's behind. He's on the med. That's probably a free kill on the boot.
Yeah, it looks like Shay's going to go down here as well.
Yeah, man, it's a dominant mid, hey?
Yeah, quite a dominant mid. I mean, it was, the deaths were late, but once they started, they kept coming. I think the secret there was Weezer just took the high ground and just kept on demanding it back whenever Milady came up. But yeah, far too strong on that one there.
Absolutely, Birdo and the boys really fragging there. We do see some off classes on this live. How do you reckon they're going to push this? Just straight through lobby?
I'm always a fan of seeing the sniper have some action door 1. We have Barry sniping there at the moment, so I hope they go there, but it looks at the moment like they're going to head in through lobby instead.
Yeah, the Uber comes out. They're in with full out. Doggo's in pretty deep on his
there goes
lonesome.
the sentry.
Yeah, Birdo's up top as well, getting a lot of that ground. Boo going down nice and early. No heals on the side of Milady. They are actually winning the fight, though, with a lot of frags. Kurt and Berto, the only ones left alive. Bit of a beefed push. I think they might want to back up, eh?
Yeah, I'd be tailing right now if I could. I mean, Boo did go down late in that fight, I think, so if Kurt can survive, which it looks like he might, it's going to be really close. He's getting chased out of choke now by Soldier and a scout, and he goes down very late. It'd be a big Uber advantage to Milady after that one. Yeah, a very convincing defense. To be honest, when the Uber went in, I thought they had good position, killed good targets, killed the medic early, had the healing advantage, but just couldn't seem to close it out on the point. And here we are all of a sudden at the other end of the map.
Yeah, and facing about a 25-30% disadvantage. I mean, it's not really what you want to see when you're defending your second. Crypto's hiding over there, probably going to be able to get some sort of job done at choke as Boo comes through. But they're just grinding pretty hard at 1 for the moment. Sorry, I had to burp.
Delightful. What are we drinking tonight, Snazzy?
Oh, mate, you know I can't shill products on a professional stream such as this. I've been giving clearance.
Some sort of craft beer, no doubt. Something fancy. In a rainbow-coloured can. Yeah, Channy barely survives there running back to his medic. Yeah, it looks like it's a preset. Oh, a very early pop, going in deep to try and get some work done. But Kurt's out safe and sound. They do lose their demo. And I think Milady's going to get second there quite convincingly as well, despite the medic staying alive.
So Kurt's got the Uber, but they dropped 4 players for that second there, and they've got a really long spawn. 7 seconds remaining with the entire team in last.
Yeah, they've got 8 seconds of Uber, those Snazzies. That takes us to a positive 1 second to the red team on Weezer.
But they've been knocked off the point. Something fierce.
Oh, yeah, that was really close there. The spawns were coming out. I believe everyone had spawned by the end of the round. But yeah, we're going to the second round. First round goes to Milady, even though there was a convincing mid by Team Weezer to start.
Look, I still believe the Team Weezer boys can take this, and
yeah, just a warm-up round.
Himbo and Shay getting there at the same time. Barry actually getting a pack on their side, though.
Yeah, Barry gets another pack, getting himself some health, clearing out most of the Weezer side of packs. Again, though, I think Red may have the position here, fighting for that high ground, despite continual pressure coming in from Lady, who is still sitting in their choke. But it looks like Barry's creating a bit of space, might go down for it. And he does. And all of a sudden, Milady's on the offensive again. But Crypto is hiding. Will he get anything? A nice rocket onto the medic, but it's not enough.
Yeah, it just seemed like the mid sort of just didn't go their way. They had players that went down a little bit low. Shade getting a good amount of damage in up on that high ground there. And just able to convert that, I think.
And I think keen to push in straight away while they still have the player advantage. I feel like Weezer could get caught out here if they stay too long. Channy hanging around on the grass area, but no. Looks like it's just going to be back to exactly where we were only a couple of moments ago.
Yeah, but this time they haven't dropped 4 players.
And even Ubers, which is
I think I like the odds.
A big thing. What do you reckon, sack into off-class or just some brawling in this next fight?
Barry did seem very keen to come up sniper earlier. That said, I'm sure he knows he's facing a sniper in the form of Crypto.
Sitting back in door 1 of spawn at the moment.
They're getting a lot of room on the flank though, like door 5 side. Channy's just rotated over there though, so I think that's probably going to shut that down. I'm not sure.
And now he's left again. Door 5 is completely open at this point in time. There's a lot of room there if they wanted to get deep before having to exchange any Uber or team fight at all, really. But Kurt is staying very safe. I think he might be considering that they might be doing something funny, but at this stage it looks like Milady's happy to just sit tight and hold each other's hands.
I mean, they do have a roundup, so they can afford to play time a little bit. But
we're still 24 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's a very precarious position.
Here comes
to play
a spicy
time this early.
Crypto swapping to Spy to see if he a very aggressive defensive play, and he's been spotted now. That is a shame. Will he get out? I don't. Maybe. Yes. Yeah, and I'm assuming he'll swap back to Sniper. No Soldier. They've had enough of the off-classes for a short period of time. Very unfortunate getting bumped by the scout straight away there. It's the way it always is, isn't it? But really, it's on Milady to make a play here.
I do think Crypto could have afforded to stay Spy, because who expects someone to come up Spy again?
Yeah, I mean, yes, but in the same sense, I suppose once you're thinking it, it's kind of there in the back of your head. I would imagine. I don't play on the pocket anymore, but you as a medic probably has a much better experience with the fear that spies bring. Psychological warfare.
I suck.
Yeah, just drop for days, dude.
Yeah, man. Crypto and Bambi actually took a bit of a fight in lobby there. Nothing really happened with it though. We do see that Doggo is actually on Spy as well.
Gets the force.
Bert gets in and gets the force.
Yeah, and Doggo is still lurking for a gherkin. He gets one stab, and he's going to make some mayhem now as well, trying to get out. Will he? I think he will again. He wants more. He wants more.
Yeah.
Greedy little lad.
He's ready to go.
Oh, Weezer says they want the point.
Doggo willing to fight with the
Bambi is going for the last.
Do you see Sexy Turtle blocking on 2 as well? Bambi coming out of lower lobby now. Probably going to be able to pick up Himbo, I think. No, he just gets out through IT. Doggo's still up on Spy, and he's in. He's so deep, man.
Yeah, I think...
He's been knocked. He's been knocked.
He's going for the pistol work. Barry gets a spicy snipe on Channy, which takes arguably the best scout in the game out of play right now. But we might see things stabilise again over the mid-second point this time around.
Barry!
There's a headshot onto the demo.
Barry's in on his lonesome, getting sniper shots for
that
day.
Is a deep peak by any definition. Oh! He drops another.
Mate, This guy is popping off. Channy going down as well. That's going to definitely relegate the Team Weezer guys to the last one. Crypto's in for a bomb.
Oh, one more rocket. That's all he needed. It's always the way, though.
Yeah, both of the scouts with the med there just absolutely mincing Crypto.
Looks like they want to go.
Yeah, they still have a 2-player ad. Channy's spawning soon, but they're in 5. Barry's on that sniper still.
And the pyro.
Getting a lot of room. Kurt's going to have to use pretty early.
Significantly better Uber for Weezer right now, but players going down on both sides. Weezer coming out with a significant advantage, it looks like, in the post, now pushing on to second. Doggo now staying on Pyro rather than going back and swapping off after his... Oh, no, it looks like he's going back now. But all players are in fun. Safe cap to Weezer.
Yeah, for sure. I think Doggo there was just keen to sort of push them out and maybe catch the med there. Willing to walk out on Pyro, even if it meant, having to walk back.
Yeah,
we do see that he's back up, though.
He has gone and swapped. That's, the sign of a disciplined TF2 player. I personally would never go back and swap once in 1 second as Pyro. But
I know that.
It is a strong class, as we established when we got defeated by a perma Pyro in intermediate last week. But no, it looks like we're back at a stalemate here, waiting for something to happen. Ubers are fairly even, I believe.
It was a little bit of a diss ad, probably like 25-30, but it looks like they've
it's back
sort of
even,
squandered that advantage. We do see Kurt, Doggo and Crypto keen to do some stuff in IT here. PC, as the Euros call it.
Back to second. Sitting and waiting. But Milady again, happy to just take the time, not rush anything. Play it slow.
Well, it's working out for them so far. There's 19 minutes left. That's still a very long time. But they wasted 10 minutes after winning a round rather quickly. Birdo goes in and actually does die, I believe.
For sure.
Or did he get cleaned up?
They've forced a play out of Weezer, which again buys them a little bit of time, a little bit of advantage. I don't think Weezer needs to be feeling the pressure of the clock quite yet, but maybe they like to be a proactive team rather than reactionary. And Crypto goes in again. See what he can do.
He gets a force.
Very nicely done. A massive, massive play.
Yeah, Bambi overextending a little bit and choke there. Thinks better of it.
Yeah, I'd be sending the demo through, and they do. Going deep.
Birdo's
straight
on
onto the medic. One sticky. 12 health.
Holy dude, this is going so... Boo is very, very low, but they have so many more players back. He's still on snap, but his team, Kurt getting away with murder here, dude. Not dying and getting sniped mid-air by Barry. Oh my god, Crypto the only one left alive.
Yeah, after having such an advantage going into that fight as well, things just fell away a little bit there, and it sounds like Snazzy has a little bit of lag on his end, but that's okay. Milady has taken back control of the second point now and has the advantage, pushing into last with one player out if they want to, but I wouldn't be surprised with the sniper if they just sit tight, try and get a pick. Oh, there's a pick on the soldier, maybe not quite enough. Headshot on the demo, but then Barry goes down. It'll probably be a reset, I would suggest. No. Milady wants to come in and fight early while they can. Well, they've got the advantage, getting plenty of frags around the point. And they managed to hold Channy off to take it to a 2-0. Going against Snazzy's predictions.
Things are not going against mine.
Yeah, I don't think Snazzy's internet is going well at all. That's right, we'll see if he can get that sorted. As we move into the next mid, Blue takes an early commanding position. That's Milady. Demo walking forward aggressively over the point. Soldiers and scouts taking the height as they should. In contrast, Weezer being stuck on the low ground for the start of this mid, but coming back with a couple of counter jumps and a counter rush from the scouts. Plenty of pressure going forward, dropping Milady all over the shop. Blue goes down to Channy and Sewer. And Milady's demo Shade gets cleaned up on the end, and that makes it a wipe. I think that's the first wipe on a mid we've had, which was very convincing by Weezer. Solid play by them, and they're already getting ready to go forward as Milady's team only just comes up now. Trying to get a sentry, probably too late for that. Would have preferred the Fat Man if it was me. But nonetheless, they've got Barry on sniper again, who's already made a couple of clutch shots. They do take down Boo again. They do bring out the Fat Man as well, who's cleaning up the point quite nicely at the moment. Weezer's still controlling that play though, staying strong on that door one side and holding it out to take an incredibly efficient round, making it 2-1.
Yeah, man, I told you
strong play.
I told you they'd be dragging. How's the net now? Is it good?
It sounds gorgeous, mate. Absolutely
gorgeous. The
right.
storm here has caused me issues. Himbo's at the mid with a lot more health than Shay, getting a bit more ground. Crypto and Channy up on that high ground, able to control it for the minute. Barry down very, very low, having to get out of the middle. We do see them taking this fairly dominant position. I think with this high ground, Barry jumping in, going down for his efforts. This is looking really good for Weezer.
Yeah, Weezer's definitely got the high ground advantage here. Got the hills in a good position as well, while Boo on Milady gets forced back into the choke with his demo. Weezer takes another strong mid, but this time Milady has managed to keep their medic alive. And we have a pause, which... Is it still, Snazzy, the pause is delayed by 90 seconds?
So it is ahead of us, yes.
That would mean that they're probably pushing into last, I would suggest, which is maybe not when you want to have a pause. Well, hopefully it's not the medic dropping or something similar.
It does depend. The spawns are just coming through for Milady right now, so they may still be able to defend the last. I think second
they do have
is free, though.
Uber at the moment.
Yeah.
I wonder whether it is also the storm that is playing with someone's internet, or is the storm perhaps that you're in trouble at home, Snazzy? Someone's pulled out your internet cable.
No, sir.
Not tonight.
Not tonight. Yeah. I'm just checking the bomb. There is still a bit of red floating by me, so I don't know.
Getting some breeze. It's funny how this is a e-sport played on the internet, and it is still affected by the weather more than a lot of other sports.
It's crazy, huh?
Technology. Indoor esports.
Yet another reason to go to land. The pause has come off. Crypto, Berto, and Himbo have all gone in trying to sack for that med, and they've all died for their effort. A massive double pipe, I believe, out of Shade there.
Somehow, Milady's kind of taking back control of this situation right here, although Sexy Turtle does go down. Weezer's still trying to hold some ground here on grass out in front of second. Uber's forced. Kurt, and then on Boo. And now everyone's running back in the direction they came from, except for Channy, who looks like he's willing to throw his life away for a chance. Barry on sniper again, though, and another pause?
Perhaps it is an in-net problem then, maybe just unpausing to see how it goes, and then finding problems once again.
What time is it? And we're on a quick server anyway, by the sound, so you wouldn't expect it's the current issues that have plagued a number of Australian servers. Not this early in the evening, but we'll wait and see.
Look, this is a pretty good game so far. There's 14 minutes left on the clock here. I do think that despite being down Channy here, I think Birdo and Crypto being in choke there, they may be able to clean up Barry. And that might be able to swing things in their favour, given that Shade's so far back and all that. The pause comes off. Barry actually peeks wide. He's got such a shot on Kurt. Oh, Kurt gets out by the skin of his teeth. Crypto down.
Snips on the Crypto there, but doesn't quite get the frag. Crypto cops an arrow. Doesn't realise that there is a scout coming in behind him currently, though. And Crypto should go down here. A little bit of damage on Boo. Another jump in. Another loss from Birdo. It looks like, Milady somehow takes back control of that mid.
Yeah, man, this is really interesting to watch. Like, they're really able to convert, like, the player ads localized-wise, if you know what I mean. Like, they're able to turn any 1v1 into a 2. And I think with Kurt lagging out...
that would have been our pause there. That's rough for Weezer. That's really
as rough
rough.
as it gets.
That's not what you want at all. Not at all. The worst kind of internet problem when it's the...
apparently it is the Brisbane Storm, so that's very unfortunate. We do see Bambi timing out as well. I think this is probably the second pause. Oh dear.
Oofed.
Quicksilite.
Big oofed.
This is no good. Channy timing out.
Channy.
Everyone's timing out.
Down to a 5v5 now.
Oh dear.
Hopefully the weather comes good. We will wait and see. We pray to our almighty Lord to stop blowing on Brisbane, please.
For once?
As Barry goes in, Malay is down to 2 players. This is
yeah, I think we're gonna throw to a quick break while this one gets sorted out. It looks like both teams are just sort of gentleman's agreement, just sitting still for the minute. So we'll throw through a quick break while this one gets sorted out, and then we'll come on back.
In here, Muhammad so out of position. Adrian just not focusing Muhammad here.
Thank you. Oh no.
Adrian, I don't know what Adrian's doing. He's standing at the spawn after he trapped it up with the entire Uber. I feel like
them going down. Chelsea's still on sniper.
Yeah, Adrian here with these Ubers just seems to want to stick to the spawn doors more than anything.
Yeah, that's what he did last year, actually, now that you mention it. He's just really good. I mean, it's a good play, but there's also other people to be shooting at. Jules is still on sniper here. Just playing the back of mid.
Fairly even Ubers here, so they're probably just going to play around Jolson and hope he gets a pick.
Yeah, it's even Ubers again, so they're just going to be... They progressed one point. So, you know, get a bit of a scenery change. We get to look at Cargo and Toxic instead of Lobby. But they're just going to be stalemating it up again, building on both sides. Jolson's already on sniper, so we've already got a plan there. This is like a good stalemate game. Though. I feel like open players should be making more of the pushes. I wish they would just like push in. I feel like half the time they've just been spending just like you know chilling, just waiting to sack or sacking. Like maybe just you know push in and see how you go. They've only pushed in properly like twice or something.
Yeah, it's a little bit old, but it feels like both of these teams are just giving so much respect to each other that they don't really want to do anything besides the one player sack and then wait for the spawn.
Oh my god, yeah, they respect each other so much, but as soon as they're actually in a team fight, they're just like, no, I'm not going to use my brain, I'm just going to frag. And it's like, it's so 0 to 100.
Yeah, definitely. There are only 8 minutes left in this game. Been stalemated for the vast majority of it, so this could definitely come down to a golden cap.
If this goes to golden cap, I'm going to punch my mother. Sorry.
Free resolution.
Jolson's going down. He went for the hero shot, I think, and didn't manage to get anything. And
just not getting anything. We're going really low there. Less than 50 health. And DSP is just trying to disrespect their way into mid, and open players is just letting them.
Why are they so far back? Go and shoot them. Oh my gosh. They're going back to where they were. Why didn't DSP just push there? Open players were like right at the back of their mid, and they were like fully prepared to just like leave. I reckon if they'd pushed in there, they would have just like just sent it, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I think DSP are fearing a little bit. They have been on their last for like a vast majority of this game, and it's only 1-1, so they might want to. They probably just opted to play it safely.
Jolson's on spy.
Jolson actually gets a pick.
Oh my god, he gets a medic.
Colorism getting called out.
And doesn't even do this.
Soldier's close here on Liam. Getting no kills there. Almost gets Adrian.
This is so good. They got 4 picks off a spy play.
This could just straight to last here. They've got huge advantage. Pyro up on the left side. Just walking in. Adrian's done a lot of damage to that Pyro. Sticking the spawn doors. Getting Mohammed there. Lots of point play coming out here.
Yay!
Around! Sticking the spawn doors actually worked in that scenario. I think
that was really
stick
good.
The spawn doors in every single Uber is taken into last.
It's gonna work one of these times. Yeah, that was really good. They just sort of like, even though they didn't get the heavy or anything, they played the point, and really, you know, that's the objective. Seraph, if you're in chat, don't call me again. I'm not gonna answer.
Colorism going down straight away there. Mohammed getting caught on point, taking a lot of damage. Mohammed is super weak here. Looks like both of these teams are just playing it slow, healing up, trying to catch players out. Kleb's getting caught out, Liam getting caught out, Mohammed's on point, getting bombed, very weak.
Yeah, 2 players down on each side. Wolfer getting forwarded by Mori, but Mori goes down. No, Mohammed gets him.
Adrian just getting the bottle kill on the medic there. Ran out of pipes and decided just to go for it. If only he had the Uber saw there, it would have been a free Uber charge.
That was a bit of a tunnel vision from DSP. Colorism is hiding but does decide to leave cargo. But yeah, I think they like saw the medic was separated, like Woofer was separated, and just went all in. But they lost the mid because of it. I mean, on the bright side, it's even Ubers now, but I feel like they could have actually just won the mid and also killed Woofer if they had just not tunneled Woofer that hard.
Yeah, they're still trying to dry push off this. Open players have forward spawn, so definitely favourable for them. Jolson going down. Calamity going down as well. It looks like open players are just respecting this. I feel like they're respecting it too much.
G'day again, gamers. It is I, the Lampshade22 with Mr. Wiggin. We have returned. We have a new server. I believe the current intention is to reset at 2-1 to the side of, what do you call it?
Milady, indeed.
And then we're going to be resetting at 15 minutes as well. And I think the intention is to just restart the round. Seems like the server had a bit of an issue.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised about them choosing to restart the round. I think it's a perfectly respectable thing to do, but I mean, I don't win many games. I don't know if it's true. So I'd be asking to bloody reset at 100% each on second, and rolling from there, perhaps. But I'll take every point I can get at the end of the day. Let's be honest.
Is that ozfort admin approved, buddy?
No, tonight I am here not as an ozfortress administrator, and I believe that my current role is actually advisor within ozfortress. Yes, I'm getting too old to be administrator.
So you're proper
anymore.
leech, hey?
Yeah, no, I offered this season. I offered to help out with the division if they needed me to come out of semi-retirement. But no, they've apparently got plenty of league admins at the moment who I think are doing a terrific job, but I might be a little bit biased. I'm still just lurking, popping up every now and then for advisement is my current role. But no, I think it's a good option to restart at the start of the round.
Yeah, I think it's just the easiest way to go about it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's probably the most respectable as well from both teams.
Yeah.
I don't think either team had a massive advantage on that second play until obviously Kurt DC'd and lost 75% Uber roughly. Until that point, I think the fight still could have been turned around depending on what happened. But yeah, I think it looks like we won't be far from readying up. And starting from there, how long did we say we'd have left on the clock, Snazzy? Did you know? About 14
I believe
minutes,
it was 15 odd
15 minutes.
I believe they are ready to go as well. I did neglect to tell them that we had joined the server.
That's all right. They'll figure it out eventually. And then I think we'll probably get going from there. But still plenty of time on the clock. No team should be feeling too much pressure from it yet, I'd suggest. But yeah, I think my player of the match so far has been Barry on the sniper main.
Dude's been fragging.
He's been hitting some shots, and for those of us that are basketball fans, I feel like he is having a gravitational impact on the game, similar to Steph Curry. He doesn't have to be receiving the ball to be making the plays. Simply his presence with the headshot class is enough to drag players out of position and force errors. But yeah, we're going live. You take us away, Snazzy. I need to catch a breath after that last sentence.
Yeah, you do, because you're just talking straight shite.
Those who know will know.
They've gone live, there's 15 minutes on the clock, so they have agreed to that, I believe. We are seeing the mid come through once again. Barry's actually there very early. I think they've given up on the middle. Yes, okay. So it's a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, gentleman's agreement. Or gentlewoman's, because we are new age gamers here.
Of course. Gentle persons, perhaps.
Which is great. So, yeah, it looks like we're going to reset at second and mid, which I think is respectable because it was Kurt that went down on the second while trying to leave in that fight. It looks like, and we've got the go from Burton. We are live. The peace treaty has ended, and we're back waiting for a play most likely out of Milady, I'd assume, with no off classes. Starting with the old tried and true sixes. It'll be interesting to see whether we see Barry go in and then come up on the sniper main again.
I have to just see what happens. I think it is very nice of both teams to sort of just like agree to, okay, we'll reset pretty much exactly where we were. Both teams have Uber. It's really good to see.
Commendable.
It's really good to see. You don't see it very
That's the ozfortress spirit coming at you. As Sexy Turtle does go down, I didn't actually see what happened there, but it does give Weezer the advantage again. Apparently he got air shot.
He got busted. He came through choke and just absolutely mint. Same sort of thing happened to Crypto just then. Crypto's got a bit of a longer spawn. Sexy Turtle has come up on Sniper.
Interesting that they didn't walk Barry back. My boy Baz. And
the Steph Curry of Open.
The Steph Curry of Open, exactly. You heard it here first, folks. Sexy Turtle is rolling the Razorback as well, clearly disturbed by the spies of Weezer.
It might just be his default loadout. Come on.
This is serious gaming, dude. He would only be running that if he thought there was going to be a spy, but little did he know, Berto just walked up behind him and gave him the old 1-2.
We do see the Uber coming out. Kurt and his scouts actually coming through IT or PC. They're able to take this middle pretty convincingly. The Uber gets forced on the side of Boo. And she has to run out pretty aggressively. They just had no ground.
I was surprised by that, to be completely honest with you. I thought that Weezer didn't have good position and had low health post that Uber with the disadvantage, but I've been proven wrong before. On many occasions, and this is just another one of them. The lady is back though to cookie cutter. No snipers up at the moment. Same from Weezer. It looks like we've just had a change of places. But Barry and Crip are going to town on each other inside IT. Bambi coming in trying to help, and he gets cleaned up as well, giving Weezer a significant advantage moving into this second in a 4-on-2. Boo taking the easy option and getting out early. Birdo copping a death there. And Weezer convincingly now in control of the second point, Snaz.
Yeah, man, they've absolutely pushed this one through. Shade's stuck in 2, but I don't think they know he's there. Kurt might get a pipe here. Himbo likely to go down on this last. Unfortunately, the Uber does come out. Kurt popping.
Winnable by Barry.
Absolutely winnable.
Barry did not win.
Barry did not win, but his team has gotten spawns. Boo's down very low. She does go down. Typo the only one defending, and the round goes.
To Weezer.
The round absolutely goes.
Taking us to what overall, Snazzy?
That is 2-all. That is 2-all. They're bringing it.
2 together,
Can you hear
loving forever. And now
Good crack of thunder on my end. Sorry, I don't know if you heard that.
Yes, the Storm Gods liked the Weezer performance.
They
They've
do.
come out in
Thought it
full
was
show.
cheering. Coming into this mid though, Shade actually got there a little bit earlier, so we do see Milady taking a good amount of high ground advantage. They are ending up pushed off pretty easily. Boo going down to a double pipe from him, but that is so fat. Typo getting deep, he ends up getting killed for that. Sexy Turtle going down as well. Barry going for a jump, ending up getting cleaned up. It's a wipe.
Big Bad Baz could not do it. Yeah, Weezer, another convincing mid. I think Crypto just absolutely dominated the high ground in that instance. Wouldn't let anyone else up, kept the other team down, and all of a sudden they're walking into last with full Uber advantage. But Milady has decided to bring up the Fat Man. Typo is on the Heavy. Have a level 1 sentry, possibly a little not enough. And they're trapped inside. Weezer has great position here. Use the Uber. Need to call their targets. Progressing the point. And it looks like it's going to be another round to Weezer.
Very fast. With 9 minutes left on the clock, they've managed to get themselves up to 3-2.
Yeah, take lead for the first time in the game.
Far out, man. They're actually... All it took was one server change, man. They got absolutely jinxed. Let's go, Birdo's parents, as someone said in the chat. We do see this mid coming through pretty early. Barry actually getting drilled. Absolutely mint. And the high ground is going all the way of Weezer here. They're cleaning up gamers left, right, and center. Himbo again fragging Boo at a distance. Typo the only one left alive. He gets a kill, but I don't think he's getting away with his life, man.
1-2's him again. And again, Weezer walking free onto second. Only dropped one player there, the Sacrificial Roma. And the Demo trapping up on last. Again, we've got a sentry gun going up. I feel like this is possibly a little overzealous again to think that they might have time to get this up to a level 2 or 3. But maybe Weezer isn't feeling like they need push too quickly now.
Nah. Rest on your laurels for a second, fellas. Sexy Turtle in 1, though. He is going to gets a trade, the delay, and gets a kill on the scout. There is only a demo man in this Uber now. It's kind of a bit cringe. It's a bit cringe. Shade's down very, very low. The sentry has gone down, and they still have this control in the last point. Birdo getting a lot of damage. Crypto on the point. Ooh, both of those soldiers going down. Barry fragging
back into the action.
Himbo, though! Himbo nearly turned it around for his team.
Kurt was the only one left alive there. Has managed to come out of there maintaining his capacity to heal and build Uber. But now Shade has gone alone onto second. Is about to face the wrath of Channy. And now Milady comes out, possibly a little too late to really contest that point. I'm assuming they'll be going back to last year to hold again.
Weezer needs to be careful, though. They're on full disad here. Yeah, Kurt is a little bit too far forward. I think he's going to get cleaned up for his efforts, and he does.
That's a good use of an Uber right there. And Sexy Turtle sitting on the point, getting that cap time done. Crypto coming in for a jump, though. Testing the point. Can't quite get there. Channing now once in.
Killed the med. Birdo killed the med, man. At the same time as Crypto jumped, Birdo was in there. Managed to kill Boo at the same time. Channy's actually on that point. He gets cleaned up so quickly by Shade, man.
Takes some meat to the face. And now I've lost track of the Ubers completely, Snazzy.
Well, mate, I can see him on my screen because I'm in the spectator mode.
Yeah,
I'm about 10%
I'm far from that sophisticated, let's be honest.
Apparently we're going to struggle with some logs later on. But that is life. Does not matter. Kurt has about a 20% Uber advantage now. We are seeing a lot of gamers taking control in IT on the side of Weezer. Both soldiers in there just spamming out and managing to get that ground. Sexy Turtle's like given a lot of room in sewer though on the right-hand side or left-hand side, depends how you look at it, huh? Of the choke there. Crypto's actually through though. He's very, very deep. He's in that little cutaway. It looks like he might go for a jump on the med.
He
is on the med.
Can't quite make contact. Yeah, it looks like Red lost their Uber advantage there, so maybe they could have made something work. They had 10 seconds add, which I suppose isn't a heap. But now they're going to have to reset. Might see Crypto come up on an off class. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Mate.
It looks like Milady's still keen to play a bit aggressively here, sitting up in the choke.
Milady would be feeling the clock ticking down on them now. There's 5 minutes left. They are only one round down.
Yeah.
They're holding their own for sure.
In again and goes down. They're just, I think, going to rinse and repeat here. Just keep on throwing something until they get them, which is a pretty tried and true method of
we do see
progressing
Sexy
the play
Turtle
slowly.
coming through onto Kurt. Kurt was ready for it though. He's so far back. Sexy Turtle going down, but it looks like his team's going to be able to use that to actually get some aggression. Barry going down for it as well, though. Shade's pretty overextended here, man.
Oh, couple of pips, couple of rollers, couple of scatters, and he does go down to Channy. So far, Channy putting on a bit of a show for us, hitting a lot of meat, important kills as well.
Losing Bambi on 2 there as well. This is so bad for Milady here. They're going to be down Demo and a Scout as these guys push straight through door 1. We do see Berto coming through in the Uber. Doggo actually going down. Barry getting a fat snipe. That's going to be a lot of improvement on his team's odds of being able to hold this. They have a heavy on the point. The Ubers are both being popped. I think it's probably going to be a reset on 2 for Team Weezer here.
And to be honest, 4 minutes on the clock. You know, what's the maximum speed of process round can be won? About a minute 50, maybe?
Look like someone who knows.
I think it's about a minute 50. I'm probably completely wrong. There's probably someone out there that'll be like, no, it's a minute 42. But I think it's realistically, if they can hold this point for over 2 minutes and just make Milady play into them, they could confirm the round and the map.
Yeah, but I think Milady's definitely feeling the clock here. It is perfectly even Ubers, more or less. I think Milady has like a tiny ad, like 2%.
We've got a spy Crypto coming in on the back lines, sneaking up behind the medic. If he was to get this, that would be absolutely huge. And he doesn't quite. I think there he changed target from the originally he was chasing the medic and the demo, and when the medic turned around, he chose to go back after the medic. I think maybe he should have just followed on to the demo. It's still a worthy pick and definitely worth a push. Yeah. But now Barry's starting to play proactive again. Gets on. Oh, he had a shot on the medic there, but the server did lag a little bit. And again, Barry's setting up at door 1. He goes full team support, which gives Channy a lot of space at door 5, though. He is leaking behind. Nobody has noticed. He's going up the high ground. He's going the whole way around behind. If he gets the medic here, this will be a biblical event.
He gets so much damage on Boo.
A good force.
Gets forced. What the heck? This med is in there. Kurt's there ready to save both of his scouts' lives. One of them does go down. Channy dying in the middle of that Uber. Just too much focus fire from Typo. Doggo going down as well. Kurt getting a frag on the Typo, which is good for his team.
Imbo. Slapping around. Sexy Turtle coming out.
Sexy Turtle, the one remaining.
This is to hold the game.
Bert's in though. Bert's going to frag him, for sure. Bert's got so much usable health. Go straight to the point. Get Bert. Get Bert. Give it to him, son.
I'm not sure why Sexy Turtle had out his melee there. Maybe he was out of rockets?
I think he may have been. I think he was running around desperately looking for some ammo
pack. Yeah, I think that's the only reason that it could have been. But now it's
4-2.
4-2
to Weezer.
I don't think it's possible, to be honest.
Oh look, I think they should play it like
anyway. Play it out. Do your best. Get around back.
Got that high ground, managed to get a massive midi onto Sexy Turtle, who died almost instantly. Bert's in deep onto the med. Bert actually giving up on that med and just jumping out, saving his life, getting away with it. Boo having a back all the way out means that this mid has definitely gone the way of Team Weezer with 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock. Does look like the server's having a bit of a lag spike.
Which is a shame, but yeah, I suppose it shouldn't impact the outcome of this map, because I think this is really done and dusted at this stage. It's purely a matter of pride, trying to bring it back to a 3-4 rather than a 4-2. But yeah, it looks like my ladies, they're going to play it out at this stage, which is nice. They do have advantage pushing into this mid. The Ubers are popped and exchanged.
A lot of flashes on both sides here. We do actually see Typo going down in the middle of that Uber, which is a bit horrifying. The low ground has been had by Team Weezer. Kurt, the only one left alive due to that, because the players could just frag him. Bert's there getting a bit of spam out. Barry's in trying to frag him. Barry's
keen to tickle the pickle. He's crater? No, good movement by Bert there. He definitely would have cratered if he hadn't surfed over to that rock then. But again, Demo's left alone from the side of Weezer. Should go down and does.
30 seconds left on the clock. And like we said earlier, points every point actually fucking matter. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Shouldn't have sworn on stream.
Yeah, no effing and jeffing on the stream, big boy. This is a family-friendly show.
It is for sure.
Again,
but yeah, points
level
matter.
1 sentry up.
10 seconds left on the point here. Bambi's in on the sentry, getting on. Who's doing that thing forever?
Yeah. Weezer, though, has managed to turtle very hard here with the Fat Man and the level 2 sentry. Very hard to push into without a significant advantage. Yeah, quite a convincing second half of that map to Weezer.
Absolutely, man. So, we do have an issue with these logs. Just give us a minute. Okay, so our logs API has been absolutely busted. That is a damn shame. But what we'll do is we'll link these logs in the chat. Just give us a second to track both of them down, have them together. And we will do what we can to talk about those.
Indeed.
Just getting these logs together. That was a bloody good game, though.
Yeah, a close one in the end. Closer than I think the score would suggest, especially with that last round, Milady pushing all the way to the end. And 4-2, really, these days, in my opinion, any game that doesn't go to a score difference, like a win difference, before the 30 minutes, I think is a really good game.
Yeah.
You know, five rounds in 30 minutes might feel fast, but yeah, 4-2 is very respectable. Especially when they were that back and forth.
Absolutely. Now, I can link both of the logs into the chat here. I unfortunately cannot. Never mind. We're uploading a combined log, as we speak right now.
Trying to see if I can get into that.
So, we have a combined log. Just waiting to get the link to that one, I suppose.
If someone could send it to me, I would appreciate that. Apparently. And I will have a squiz as well. My bet so far, though, is going to be Channy as the highest impact statistically. With the scout class just being so strong today, I feel like it's very difficult to overcome.
Yeah.
In general, and especially he was hitting shots.
Now, we do have the combined log, baby. I've put it in the chat and also in our Mungle channel so that someone will be able to have a look at that.
Yes, having a squiz as we speak. My predictions not particularly accurate. Channy did not perform as well as I thought. Did get
have a
lots
quick
of flags.
Run through some of the highlights of this log, though. So we do see Crypto coming through with the fattest damage per minute in the course of the game, 277, 7,800 damage for those of you counting at home. Shade coming in directly underneath him with 232, and Barry coming through with 225. Both of those players we were talking about popping off, so I'm really not surprised. We do see
for
the
sure.
top kills actually coming out of Channy. 23 for 13 or a 1.8 KD.
Clean
if you
up
want to do the
crew.
mathematics. Absolutely.
Reporting
Doggo
for duty.
as well on Scout, popping off 23 fags, but 10 deaths, which would make his kill death ratio 2.3. Sorry, not 23. Jesus. We do see Himbo coming through with a 2.2 KD, 24.9 directly underneath that.
Very interesting though, Snazzy, if we jump to the bottom of the scoreboard instead and have a look at the medics. Obviously, the most important class, but also regularly down the back end statistically in many ways. The deaths is something I always take interest in. I assure you do too as a medic. Boo, copping 12 deaths to only 5 from Kurt, which is a massive difference. Massive difference.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's that's a lot of Ubers. In effect.
I feel like almost all of Boo's deaths were in the tail end of that map, though.
Yeah, I'd agree. He
apparently the stats might be a little bit wonky, due to the method that's been used to combine them. So don't
we'll
take
treat them as
entirely
gospel.
clearly. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll commit to them. I think they look fairly accurate based on the game, but yeah, could be a couple of discrepancies here and there. Both demos taking large amounts of heals, which I suppose is quite common on process. 26% to Shade, and 27% to Himbo. And then looks like the scouts took next, as expected. Nothing too out of order there from what I can see. What do you think, Snazzy? As a medic, are you liking those heal statistics?
I certainly am, and one thing that I am liking significantly more is the fact that Kurt did exactly 420 damage.
Goodo. Of course. Looking at the Ubers, though, 0 drops from both teams. And 12 Ubers to Kurt, 10 Ubers to Boo.
Yeah. So they have actually changed server again. Apparently, right at the tail end of that one, they were actually seeing like a little bit of lag again that we did mention. So fingers crossed, we're getting all these passwords together and everything for our STV. We'll be kicking off into Reckoner. Now, given that you've already seen how they play on Process, and Reckoner's vaguely similar, how do you reckon this map's going to go with?
Reckoner for me is a very interesting map. It's always been one of my absolute favourites to play, despite its lack of popularity within the ozfortress community in general. I think this map is heavily impacted by how much it's played. I think that a lot of teams don't really scrim it and don't really figure out some of the little tricks that can be used to get an advantage. Some of the hiding spots aren't spotted as easily, and I don't really know how much these guys have played it. I think it favours, to be honest, the team in many ways that is less regimented. I think feeling a bit loosey-goosey going into Reckoner can be beneficial if the other team is used to playing a really strict format of the game. So I don't know, your involvement with them has been more than me. Do you think Weezer will benefit from a little bit of chaos, or do you think Milady will be more suited?
Look, given the way that Milady's been sending sacks and then coming up sniper, I feel like they're probably going to have some sort of vague advantage on here. I am still going to say that Weezer's going to take this 5-0. But,
yeah, confident.
Oh, yeah.
I think potentially I would be leaning toward Weezer purely because if Milady do run snipers as much as they have been, I don't think that Reckoner can work as well. the sightlines just aren't as pleasing. If you're wanting to take risky shots, you can make it work, but you're always going to be playing at a disad, basically, because your sniper will die a lot, in my experience. But maybe I'm just a terrible sniper.
There is that. I was going to say it.
Yeah. I mean, I did spend a few minutes on sniper this season and didn't hit a lot of heads. So,
Wiggin, mate, you're going to have to... You've joined the wrong string, mate. You're in the actual server.
Just joining the game. Yeah, it's truth. Gosh. Technically, I never joined.
Yeah, I mean, he is an admin, so he can do that, but it'll be...
string from within the game. Yeah, it would be.
It'll be very cringe.
Do we have the correct string for me then, as someone that is new to this this business of casting? It has been, I think the last game I casted was in possibly about owl 13, maybe, which is back when I believe it was an owl, or ozfortress games were even a thing.
I have sent you the correct string.
Thanks,
we will
boss.
be underway very quickly.
Yeah, some people probably weren't even born when I last casted.
My friends who have children, their children would not have been born when you last casted. Does that make you feel better?
Yeah, it does a little bit, to be honest. My age is definitely catching up with me lately. That's why I can't click on heads like I used to, dude. It's just that old man
Have
reflexes.
you gotten out of the server, by the way, mate? Because they're readying up.
So. No, I'm in the right one now, boss. I promise. I thought I might just drop in for a frag. Barry stopped hitting shots, so they hit me up. They need someone to create gravity, like Steph Curry does. I always perceive myself more as a Michael Jordan, but, I'll take what I can.
Someone, and I'm not going to name names, but someone has already messaged me tonight saying, what is Wig talking about? We're talking about the Steph Curry thing. So I'm just warning you now, mate.
It's big brain stuff, dude. It's big brain stuff. If you can't keep up, fellas, tune into the other stream. I believe we have a second match on CappingTV. Yeah, CPTV 2. Yeah, apparently we can do is it called a simulcast or something? Squad mode. Squad mode, sorry. Yeah, how exciting. Partnership. So I mean, if you want to watch more than one, go for it. I personally would also have open on a second monitor some NBA. Watching the real Steph Curry.
Stop! Stop it with your basketball.
It's alright. Shout outs to all my bowlers out there. If you want, I can move on to a different sport, Snazzy. Maybe I could throw out some snooker. Overwatch players.
No, go snooker.
I can't say Overwatch apparently, or I can't say snooker. One or the other is off limits. Looks like I'm sticking to basketball. Shout out to all the folks in lockdown, though, that can't play basketball right now.
Rough as God.
Come check out the ozfortress community. We are not affected by isolation. But yeah, sorry, I'm interrupting and I'm babbling, Snazzy.
I was just going to warn you out that you may be solo casting for a bit, because this storm is getting pretty fierce, and I would not be surprised if I get blacked out.
It's a terrifying idea. What I'll do is, can you swap to mobile? Go for that.
I can connect on my mobile.
Yeah, that's the dream, dude. Don't leave me hanging.
Alright. If worst comes to worst, I'll do it that way for you.
Yeah, but we are live. Take us away, Snazzy.
Oh, mate, this is ozfortress Season 29. It is Week 7 of Open. This is Milady versus Weezer. Weezer took the first map. Can they take the second? Coming into this mid, we do see that both teams get there at roughly the same time. Scouts taking that high ground on the crates. Nothing really happening too crazy so far. Both teams sort of just posturing towards each other. Nothing really going on. Bit of damage coming out on both ends. Boo going down a little low. Bambi's actually deep and underneath.
Attack.
He is going very low, but he's done so much damage, and his team may be able to follow up. We do see Barry on sniper getting a frag on the crypto. Oh my god, this is going all over the shop. Kurt's down very low. Shade going down. Sexy Turtle's
Kurt isolated though on the right.
Oh, dude, Channy's with him now, though. Channy's with him. Kurt going down. Channy's onto Barry. He kills Barry. Both of these gamers are low. Kill Turtle. Kill Turtle, you little bitch. Come on.
It could go either way
down
here.
so low.
Birdo is about to round to them as well, though, as Typo and Sexy Turtle go down. Channy slapping around the boys from Weezer.
Nice.
A
Channy.
strong performance.
Absolutely. Boo
Yeah,
and
that's-
Bambi just wandered into that mid because Boo does have... she spawned much earlier than Kurt has, which has given her about a 40%, 30% advantage. So they're going to have to be fearful of that, but that's... I mean, I'm not going to say a dominant mid, but they brought it back.
Yeah, I think it was a really close mid. Both teams had moments of advantage, moments of strength, but in the end, Channy hit a couple of spicy shots at the end, and Barry missed a couple, which is a real shame. That's okay. He's still on the sniper class here. He's trying to prove me wrong as he gets jumped by Crypto, who does good damage to Bambi and Barry, who both go down.
Crypto does die for a Doggo's in, though. He's getting a lot of damage on
great
his shade, but
reception.
he gets cleaned up.
So
They did get Boo as well. Was that a drop? I whiffed it. What happened?
I'd assume it would have to be a drop, to be honest with you.
My lord.
I was watching the fight. I didn't actually see her go down. And Channy, straight to the last point, hits the meat. Channy, my boy.
Told you,
That's a clutch gamer right there, ladies and gentlemen. Some people would say perhaps the Larry Bird of the ozfortress community. He hits the shots when no one else will. But
so
yeah,
you can tell this
back
guy's
to mid.
white because he talks about basketball so much. Coming into this mid, Doggo actually getting very aggressive up to the red crates nice and early. Sexy Turtle and Barry doing the same on the other side on blue crate. Sexy Turtle going down, Doggo having to rotate back around. He does clean up that game. Doggo getting pretty aggressive here, getting a lot of damage on a Bambi and a lot of ground. We do see that Weezer's able to take this sort of high ground over the point. Channy taking out Barry, Bambi taking out Channy, Crypto and Himbo taking out most of the combo. Oh man, that's a pretty fantastic.
Bambi here though is currently on the wrong side of the map. Not sure whether he got disorientated.
I don't think they know.
He's going for the snack attack. He's waiting for the cap, I think, to see if he can get eyes on Kurt.
He's got eyes.
Is
he a spy?
No.
Oh.
He's.
He didn't shoot.
He was doing his own thing there, playing the game by his own rules.
Yeah, man. My eyes were deceiving me. But look, with full ad here, they're about to cap second. They still have one player ad because Sexy Turtle just died
And
in the middle of that.
Barry on the sniper again is going to go down to Channy. Channy
That's
just
still
running
the one
wild
player.
right
Just-
here. He wants to throw down with Bambi as well, possibly even take on the Fat Man, who's getting double jumped at the moment. They need to focus
Fat
the
Man with
targets.
no beam. That's really no good. The sentry on the left-hand side there does get spammed out nice and early. Birdo getting a lot of damage into this last, doing some dominant gaming. Look at him sitting on shade, just ruining that dude's day. And
Well,
that's
this
2
is,
rounds to Weezer.
Some people might say that this is, a very strong start by them.
You ran out of basketball things, didn't you?
No, if I was going to be completely honest with you, I didn't realise that the teams had swapped colours, and I was about to praise Milady for another strong start to the second map. But then you said Weezer, and I realised my mistake. But yes, next time I'll just fall back to a basketball reference when I catch myself. As we go into the third mid here, that Weezer, who is now blue, has taken convincingly yet again, pushing Bambi out underneath. The last minute does escape on 3 Harry Potters. Yeah, that's 3 from 3 there to Weezer as far as the mids go. All quite convincing.
Crypto's in so deep, just fragging Boo. The most fantastic jump, just skip jumping off the hut and
Takes a
landing in
crater
Boo's
as well.
mouth. My
As
lord.
Birdo should die here as well, which would possibly give Milady a chance to find some space on second, despite losing a very convincing mid. I feel like Weezer has just been getting some inertia building up, you know? The laws of physics and stuff, once they get in motion, they can't be stopped.
I suppose the unstoppable force thing going on. We do see the force coming out, speaking of force. We saw Sexy Turtle get the force onto Kurt.
Excuse me,
that
while
was
I vomit
that
slightly.
was awful.
That was about Oh, I thought my basketball references
so
were bad.
dead,
You are.
man.
That is the
So
bottom of the
dead.
tank right there. It's been a long week in Brizzy under this storm.
The force came out in any case. Some players went down on both teams. We do actually see Himbo being down here, which may trigger a push, but I doubt it. I think they're probably just going to turtle at the minute, despite having about a 30% ad.
Yeah, and we do have the sentry up again. Right now, Malady is stacking that right-hand side, which I think is a little bit risky, especially when you have your sentry there as well. Barry is alone on the left, potentially available to be picked if Weezer wanted to. But we'll wait and see whether anyone decides to do anything interesting. Doggo is on the spy right now.
Managed to not get knocked for once.
Yeah, he is indeed.
He's on med.
He's been spooted.
He declosed.
A rough time.
Very close. He's very bold with his declose. Yeah, look, I'm not going to mention it. I'm not going to mention that at all. We do see Kurt actually underneath. The Ubers come into lobby. They've cleaned up Bimbo. But Kurt's using now. Well. This is such a good Uber for them. It's so much longer. They're going to clean up Bambi in lobby.
You would think they're going to clean up Bambi in lobby, but Bambi is just running back to the forest that he came from. Boo has retreated back to the sentry, and yet again we've got a reset. Somehow Malady managed to survive. Quite a predicament there, and Birdo should go down here. Birdo very low. Does go down. Barry gets the cleanup with the crater. And I suppose if Malady wants, they could try and throw something out quickly, but perhaps not. The sentry is being moved though, which is quite a respectable decision, I would suggest.
I think the sentry has been on that left side when you're pushing for far too long. If they were to keep it there, it would get spammed out very easily because they know it's there.
Definitely.
Jeez, this thunder, man!
That is a spicy meatball coming right there through your microphone. But no, again, a reset. The greatest part of TF2, the stagnant sections between the pushes. Hopefully we'll see one of the players from Weezer throw in some kind of stack. We do have a sniping Barry again and a sentry guns, so they're not planning on going anywhere anytime soon. They are setting in for the winter. Perhaps you could say bunkering down for the storm to pass.
Battening down the hatches.
Exactly.
Hey? I was going to say, I think Weezer's totally happy here to just sit on second. I mean, they're 2 rounds up.
Yeah.
Yes, they're playing with fire doing it this early, but if these guys are willing to turtle on last, just let them, man.
Yeah,
Channy going down
Barry
to Barry on
Channy,
sniper there, though.
Which is a big pick. Definitely an opportunity to perhaps try and make something happen. But it looks like right now, Weezer, as you say, they know the clock's on their side, even though they're 2 rounds up and it's only 10 minutes in, really. As much as it may not be the most enjoyable form of Team Fortress 2, it does work. You know, you try and force the opposition to make a mistake, and then you capitalise on it.
Like we said, this game kind of matters. This is more or less deciding who's got a guaranteed spot into the playoffs.
Indeed. And interestingly, though, Weezer holding down in this underground section. Does that have a name, Snazzy? Unders. Well, that would make sense.
We do actually see the Uber come out. They're using it aggressively because they did get a couple of frags. The Uber has been used onto the Heavy, who is doing a lot of damage. He's trapped a lot of gamers right outside that spawn there. They're onto the Heavy now. Sexy Turtle down very low. He does go down, and the Stickies have been juggled as well. Bird's getting absolutely drilled because the Stickies got juggled into him.
Yeah. They literally, one sticky was all it would have taken to kill that scout, but it just didn't quite have time to det, which is a real shame. Nonetheless, exactly what we said, forced an error, capitalised on it, took the round. Weezer now 3-0, pushing into this mid as both teams come out. It looks like Weezer again taking the blue crate, controlling a lot of that height that they can, keeping everyone else on the ground for as long as they can. Both teams at the moment kind of just posturing at opposite sides of the map. No one particularly keen to get too deep. Channy just tickling the right-hand flank there, but everyone's still just sitting on their side, holding each other's hands, playing safe. There's the first frag, and all of a sudden it's initiated a number of counter bombs and jumps into the opposition. and all of a sudden the mid looks like it could go either way, but Milady gonna take this one. If they can clean up Doggo, that's a wipe.
Yes, sir, that is a wipe. We did actually see, though, at the same time as they got in and murdered Channing, Crypto, and Kurt, Boo got fragged. I believe it was Doggo? Might have been...
Potentially.
I think it was Doggo. One of the scouts managed to get behind and managed to frag Boo. So that is going to reset the Ubers, actually. Kurt coming up with about a 10% ad. But it's not going to do him a lot of good. I think he's going to have to be turtling on his last here. Pretty seriously. Building his Uber.
Yeah, interestingly, we have seen the sentry gun come out. This time on the forward left instead. Again, quite a confident play to throw the sentry up there when you're coming into that last fight. And the sniper on Crypto now, who's trying to see if he can get an angle. And we've also just had a fat man come up on Doggo in the back left. So quite a spread play as Shade does go down. A massive frag from Crypto. And hopefully... Weezer chooses to maybe try and take some space with it, but it looks like for now they're happy to just hold and bide some time.
I mean, again, with 3 rounds up now, they're in a much more comfortable position to turtle points for a lot longer. We do see that they're actually pushing out. They're getting a lot of ground onto 2, but they've been wrapped. They've been wrapped so
and Kurt
hard.
has been left alone in lobby.
Kurt's on his lonesome with 96%. This is not where you want to be. He's getting his beam on the Doggo. He's getting the Uber. He has actually used it. The sentry is still alive, delaying this Uber into the last point from the side of Milady. Bambi's stuck in last there, just cleaned up by Birdo.
Indeed, by all definitions, a lucky hold there from Weezer. Possibly got a little aggressive there, pushing out into second and got wrapped, but the sentry gun held its own, bought them enough time to get back, and all of a sudden, somehow, Weezer are taking second again.
Yeah, they are taking second with around about a 20% disadvantage on the Uber, which is just enough to actually be able to push this.
Channy has leaked right here though, and so is Crypto deep behind enemy lines, gets a couple of little meaties on the medic, and then cleans up the scout as well.
Just players going down left, right, and centre. Sexy Turtle going down as well. I'd be amazed if Shade and his medic are not deleted here. Channy and Crypto behind.
Run.
Himbo's in as well, getting a bit of damage onto both.
Gets forced.
Gets forced.
I would be hightailing to the hoodlums there and getting back to last. Weezer managed
racially profiling, bro?
Never, ever. But yeah, all of a sudden we're at the exact opposite end of the map. Milady has again elected to put a sentry in that back right hand corner. Yeah, the double sniper has come out.
I think that may have been an accident. I assume that was an accident. We do see Kurt going down though, which is pretty fat. It'll delay this push here. Crypto's in pretty deep. He just missed fucking midi onto Boo there, who would have dropped herself dead. So look, Boo has around about a 70% Uber advantage here, 60 actually. Kurt gets his beam on nice and early. He's grinding. So yeah, I think if you're Weezer, you're probably happy to just sit on 2 here. Try to delay the push as long as possible.
I think so. They're definitely in a commanding position at the moment. Again, have the opportunity to force an error, but looks like Boo wants to go deep and try and catch Kurt out all the way back on mid. This is an incredibly aggressive play, possibly worthwhile if they can make it work, which they have, cleaning up Kurt and Channy and Himbo. But ooh la la. There is a Birdo heading to last. Little does he know there is a sentry gun sitting there ready to eat him for breakfast.
Yeah. That's about as good as an Uber can really get if you're using without taking out Med, Demo, and a couple other players. It's nearly perfect.
Especially with such a big risk versus reward. To chase a medic onto mid when you haven't got second control is, you're putting your life on the line, and in this instance it paid off, which is, great by them.
Yeah.
And it's what they need to do at the point in the game. 3-0 down, 14 minutes on the clock. They really need to start to think about making a move, or else time will catch up to them very quickly. I think we've all been in the situation where you get caught with 10 minutes left, and you have to win 3 rounds at 2 minutes each or something like that to really stay in it. And I am aware my math did not add up there.
Not at all.
But the point is still valid.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of scrappy fighting going on both flanks. Kurt's actually down fairly low. The Ubers are available on both teams. Crypto's down very low in cargo area as well. Crypto actually getting a frag on the Typo, which may delay this push here because Boo no longer has a scout with her. Bambi is wrapped around a little bit behind, and I think he's just going to get out and reconnect with his med. It's probably going to be a reset. So again, I think Weezer's playing this like near perfectly. They're willing to take these fights, but they're totally happy to just wait it out if it's not going to be something they think they can win. Ooh, Barry does actually get through on the flank. He takes out Channy.
And he does get out as well, which is very nice when your Roma manages to get in, get out, and do some work. Again, though, it doesn't look like Milady wants to do too much with it right now, though. I would be saying that any pick should be enough to maybe go and force him to do a trade, see if you can get anything out of it. Bambi here has come out. Crypto is sitting ready, has jumped into Toxic, I think hoping to find the medic, but gets a trade instead, and does open up the mid for Milady, who should take this middle. They have the commanding position at the moment, but there is some big damage coming out from the demo of Weezer to hold the point right now. Pushing, both Ubers forced, and I have no idea which direction this is going, but I think Weezer should come out on top now. They're pacing
Given
the lady
the
back.
high ground control, Weezer's definitely going to come out on top. Channy and Doggo are in deep. They've taken out the med and the demo respectively.
A big wrap.
We do see Bambi on Kurt, who Crypto gets a wall midi to take out of his medic's face. Very nearly, super detrimental to their ability to push it. But with Kurt still alive with 30% ad, I don't think they're even going to build the ad. I think they're just taking this point. A lot of damage on the Typo on the Fat Man.
Yeah.
He is going down, bro. Barry likely to get focused down here, but he's not before he kills Channy. He's still alive, man. They might defend it. Oh my god.
That is a stronghold. A very strong
skin of his teeth, man. He's trying to get out, but he does not quite do it. Crypto is spawning first. Ay.
An interesting one there, because Typho took so much damage early on the heavy, and I think the damage was perfectly called, and he went down early. Weezer had all the space in the world to try and work around that point, and somehow Milady managed to pull it out.
Yeah, man, they were really able to turn that one around. I thought that was a guaranteed round for Weezer there, but now with it's not that actually much of a diss ad. I was going to say Boo should have a pretty fat ad here, but I think I don't think she's been building super well.
I think it'll be played as even at this stage.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an even.
Although Bambi is down, and Channy now goes down as well, though, so all of a sudden there's trades coming out.
What a clinical push. Kurt even taking out a gamer himself, taking out Typo. Man, they just sent their flank through, and while their flank was distracting, forced the issue with their combo through the cargo side. And they're able to cap that point with Crypto just walking straight on in.
Bambi did go for the hero shot there to see if he could drop the med at the last minute and maybe save the round, but couldn't quite get it. Which though takes them back to a middle here. There's still 10 minutes on the clock. I think it's doable.
Yeah, that's doable. 2 minutes around, easy.
I'd expect hyper-aggression to come out of Milady for the next couple of rounds.
For sure. Maybe this mid they'll take a little bit slow. We actually see Sexy Turtle in very deep, getting a lot of damage, taking out Himbo. That's a fat pick. Shade getting in very deep as well. He is going to go down for his efforts. Kurt actually got a saw as well, which is a bit terrifying. Channy is on the med, but he's not being able to convert that just yet. Oh man, this mid still could go either way. Actually, Bambi going down means this is more or less secured. Boo going down. Ay.
I honestly, again, I thought Milady had that mid.
Typo's fragging. Typo and Barry just cleaned up 3 gamers between them.
No real time on the mid yet either. Weezer only just getting to it now, and Barry takes a snap, doesn't quite get what he came for. It looks like maybe Milady's happy to hold second here. I would have loved to see them try and contest that, to be completely honest with you. Try and get some time if they could. But again, I thought Milady had that fight. They were in the better position. They had the controlling angle. And then, Weezer just stuck together.
Yeah, we did actually see Sexy Turtle get in there and get a force. Kurt and his demo man trying to force the issue straight through Cargo. We do see a lot of players going down. Shade getting a frag onto Doggo as well. Sexy Turtle's still down, but he should be coming up now, so that'll be around about a 6-player team. Bambi going down. Himbo actually managed to clean him up on that second point. It looks like Weezer are still keen on fighting this, despite being at around about a 40-50% discount.
Barry! Drops the medic.
Barry!
Bazza! Gets what we all came to see. Potentially an opportunity here for a Uber to be forced somehow. I'm not completely sure what happened. Crypto must have been in behind and done a little bit of work there. They do clean him up eventually. Doggo on Spy though, heading towards last. He does have to deal with Sexy Turtle here. And Barry as well. Could he? This would be a spicy meatball if I ever saw one. Oh, not quite.
No way.
Not
He was
quite.
ever getting that. Very close though.
Yeah, an effort. If it'd only been a second or two earlier, and now all of a sudden, the lady have a chance to bring back this round.
I do like their odds.
Doggo.
7 minutes and 50 on the clock too. Totally doable, I think. Doggo's
Doggo
actually
dropping
on.
onto the point. Oh, does go down.
They were so ready for him, man. Both the scouts were just waiting for him.
It was the definitely the classic death ball around the medic until we find the spy. Birdo currently in the forward spawn, having a couple of snippy snaps. Doesn't look like he's going to get anything at this stage though.
Channy cleaning up the demo is really big and it might delay the push. But I think with this 80% advantage, it would be rude not to push straight in. They are coming through with their oop, getting a lot of damage onto the heavy who does go down. The point is getting capped. Himbo down very low.
This should be Milady's round. Tiny bit of tickle. Channy is up though. Could Channy do some work? He's got one. Can he get two? No.
And that's a round. This is good.
4-1. Still doable. Winnable.
For sure.
Very winnable. Just need some confident mids here.
They're going to have to get really aggressive, I think. 6 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock.
And remember, there is always the opportunity for gold and cap, so they only really need the 3 rounds here to tie it up. Again, both teams taking height. Barry on the sniper does drop Crypto earlier, giving him the player advantage. But perhaps Weezer again, maybe a little bit too strong with their positioning here. Himbo hits a nice midi on that Sexy Turtle as well to take that fight convincingly in the end. Yeah, I'm not sure what Milady need to do on their mids to really try and get a little bit more control, Snazzy. I feel like they're playing aggressively and pushing into the opposition, but it seems like Weezer right now. Bambi's turn. Bambi again. Bambi. Can he get a third? Ooh.
Holy dooly! Bambi just fragged so hard. Barry getting a frag onto Crypto as well. Doggo, the only one left alive on his team. He goes down as well.
It's just Birdo.
Holy dooly, bro. I was about to say, I think they have to drop Kurt, and then they'll be able to, turn this around a little bit. Birdo actually getting a very, very clean frag and Toxic onto Sexy Turtle. And now just backing up to reconnect with his team.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a reset, which is a little bit of a shame. I'd hope Milady maybe had the opportunity to push there. I'd really love to see them get super aggressive at this point in the game. 5 minutes and 3 rounds required. They're obviously putting a fair bit of weight on Barry's shoulders right now, putting him on the sniper main, and he has been bounced up. Should crater, and does.
Himbo going down for it, though, is that's a really good trade if you're Barry. He was normally a soldier, so that's a perfect trade for them, taking out the demo man. They are actually looking to convert that a little bit. They're getting a lot of damage into the cargo area, but they lose their demo for it, which is about as bad as it can possibly go for them.
Yeah, I think it's starting to become sweaty.
It's starting to become very sweaty.
It's real sweaty right now. They're going to have to really push hard now if they want to get these rounds. And it looks like Weezer is coming in against double sniper again. But Milady has forced, Weezer has forced. Milady trying to leave as fast as they can. And really just an exchange that went in the favour of Weezer, who got the point effectively for free there.
Yeah, man, they were totally able to turn that one around for them. Do see Shade getting a bit of damage into the lobby area, that upper area on the right-hand side. Gets Doggo, but... Dogo? I actually don't know how to say his name. I hope it's Doggo.
Dugo?
Dugo? Typo down on one Harry Potter and going down to Crypto.
Yeah, it looks like, Channy's gone down as well, which is a big loss to Weezer. Barry then goes down. Weezer still, though, it's just a bit of a war of attrition. They're managing to walk forward just little bit by little bit, even though the trades are going both ways. And then, evidently, they've decided to settle back down and say, well, we've got 3 minutes on the clock. See what you can do. Do your best.
Yeah.
3 minutes, 3 rounds. It's real difficult at this point. I don't know if it's quite doable, but it'll be interesting to see how Milady responds.
Someone gave Pokimane the sub in the fucking chat. I'm sorry, it's just absolutely gobsmacked me. The Ubers have come out for both. Birdo with a fat midi onto Shade. Holy shit. That was a good midi.
And here comes Weezer, looking to round it out. It's a 5-1. They have managed it.
Thanks for subbing, Pokimane. I'm never going to get to say that again in my life.
What happened? What happened?
Tier 1 sub, Pokimane. Someone gifted Pokimane a sub on our channel. She's a streamer, mate. One
Amazing.
of the bigger ones.
I do know who Pokimane is. Yes.
Do you? Are you a
believe
simp
it or
as
not.
well?
I'm not. No, I'm not a simp.
Oh, look. We're going to continue on with this game, though. There's 2 minutes left. Crypto getting a frag onto Sexy Turtle on this middle here. Birdo going down on the other side, so that's a more or less even mid. They are very aggressive on the side of Team Weezer here. Very far onto the concrete area here. Barry's still on Sniper. He's down very low. He ends up taking out Dogo. Bambi is fighting Himbo and Kurt here. Bambi taking out Kurt. It's just Himbo. I think... Oh, Himbo down very low, taking a shot from Barry there. Holy dooly. I mean, I don't really know what to talk about, to be honest. It's kind of, I don't want to call it dead end, because I do really think that, Milady have put up a fight tonight, like a real good one.
They fought to the end on both maps.
Absolutely.
And in fact, had a pretty convincing lead in process, really showed that they do have what it takes. But unfortunately, this map a little bit more one-sided.
Yeah, man.
Perhaps just a little bit more experience from the side of Weezer on Reckoner. I'm not sure, Snazzy, whether they've had a lot more practice on it or been playing, I don't know, a few more seasons, but they have come out firing on this map and really found a way to take their advantages and push them to the end.
Hell yeah, man. We do actually see one last push coming out here. 40 seconds left on the clock.
Barry hitting a couple of nice shots to get another round. Another respectable effort.
Hey, man. I mean, I'm talking garbage about like this kind of being like, it's dead end. These rounds really matter at this point. Like we were saying earlier, this is sort of like
every round matters.
Crunch time to try to get into playoffs here. So that second round might be the thing that turns them around for Milady here to get them into playoff. First season in Open, I believe, for pretty much all of these players as well. So this is really quite impressive.
A solid effort, yeah, definitely.
So, coming into the last couple seconds, we are able to say, ladies and gentlemen, that Team Weezer have taken Reckoner 5-2. And that is the game. They're all in playoffs, I'm told. So we've been hyping this up for no reason.
Oh, so they're all confirmed playoffs, are they?
How good's that? I thought, looking at it a little bit, given that there's another team on 16 points, yeah. I think that's some garbage that you're telling me, Mr. I actually don't know what your real alias is. I just know you as the other Snaz. Look, we'll have a quick look through these logs and then we'll get some interviews going. Why don't you tell me about these logs, Wiggin, once you manage to track them down?
Just getting them open, hopefully.
You'll be able to click through, I believe.
Yeah, I can't actually see the logs for this game.
That's a damn shame.
Because of the server they're on. They may have been playing on did I hear maybe a New Zealand server? It's an ozfortress server. There should be logs then, but I can't access them currently. I'm not sure if someone else may be able to. I would throw it out there and say that I think Channy absolutely pounded. I think the whole way through the game he was above the medic on the scoreboard. Took some really convincing fights. Again, he may not have put out the most damage as we saw in the last map, but his cleanup crew was on point. Yeah, no logs.
I don't think we are getting logged. That's apparently very unfortunate. How scuffed?
What are your predictions of what the logs would have been, Snazzy? You've been playing this game since when?
Oh, geez. I think we've been playing the same period of time, mate. 2009
is when I started
maybe
playing.
Not quite that long. I think I was... I mean, competitively? Probably 20... I don't know.
2011, 2012 for me. So a little while, but I think you've been around almost as long, if not as long. So you should know the stats off by heart.
Oh, look, mate,
what
I'll
was
tell
the
you
damage
right
output?
now, Berto did 10,000 damage.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised.
Up the boys, mate. Up the boys.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Either way, we'll try to get some gamers in for interviews. Where I do see that Crypto has actually joined. How you doing, mate? Oh, nothing yet. So we'll just wait for some other gamers to come in the middle.
Good evening,
Berto
Crypto.
has joined the Mumble as well, so we'll be able to get them in. Couple of representatives from the winning team here, boys. How are you?
Boys. Still not getting anything from them.
This is not going
This is the
great.
sounds of silence in Mumble.
Hey, sorry,
right now.
I was just setting up my Mumble audio. Sorry, I wasn't getting any audio.
That's
Fair
what they all
enough,
say
man.
when they don't want to talk to Snazzy. No, welcome,
Hey
lads.
guys, what's up?
Yeah, not much. Just enjoyed a nice game, fellas. Played quite well. Very convincing once you got that ball rolling. Tell us your thoughts.
I mean, pretty pleased overall. A bit sloppy at the start, but after the pause, you managed to kind of reset our mental a little bit and play a bit tighter, which was good.
Tacky pause, do you reckon? Tacky pause?
I mean, it wasn't intentional, but it definitely was fortuitous.
Yeah, gave you some time to reset, perhaps, because Milady were looking strong, especially in that first probably 10 or so minutes. Those first couple of rounds were a little surprised. Snazzy had his money on you guys from the get-go. I thought it was going to be close. And then, those first couple of rounds they took quite convincingly, but then you kind of turned on the gas and really put a good effort in to round it out, especially on Reckoner. Very, very convincing.
Yeah, thanks. I think it felt a lot closer than the scoreline suggested. It was definitely a pretty tough game for us. We definitely had to play all the stops.
It looked like everyone had to put in the effort to the very end, really, especially at this stage. We're under the impression, though, that guarantees you guys a position in the finals. Is that correct?
Not finals, but playoffs.
Playoffs. Sorry. Because you guys are currently fourth on the ladder, whereas Milady was third, both on 16 points. So this should bump you up to either third or fourth for playoffs, I think.
Awesome. That's good news. I actually didn't realize that.
Yeah, no, we think from our little pre-game analysis that it was quite an important game for both teams down to the last round, which is good to see. Good to see a close game at the end of the season. How long have you guys been playing together now?
Berto can take the lead on that one.
Berto, what's the go, bud?
I think he might be setting up his Mumble. I joined the team mid-transfer, so I'm not actually 100% sure about that one, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, before we do go on, I might just say we do actually have representatives from Milady here. We have Typo and Barry. How you doing, boys?
Welcome, gents. A great game tonight. How we doing?
I do want to just briefly say, Barry, mate, you were popping off on that sniper a little bit. I think people may be struggling with Mumble.
Yeah, Mumble boomer gaming right there.
Yeah, that's it. I'm a boomer, so I know how to use Mumble, and I think all these Zoomers don't have it figured out.
Do you guys play in Discord? Is that what things?
Everyone uses Discord these days, but yeah.
Not everyone. Settle down. Settle down.
I mean, in other games, like outside of TF2 at least.
Yeah, I feel that. No, I will throw it out while you're here, Barry. I'm assuming you might be able to hear me. You were my Steph Curry of the game. Great gravitational impact, pulling players around. It was really, really good to see. But yeah, I think these guys might be struggling with their mumbles. So
we have 2 from each team, mate. If we can get some words from them, if you guys are able to fix it up. One thing that might make a difference is if you're still in the Discord chat. I have noticed my computer struggles to differentiate between the 2.
I think we might be hearing from Birdo at the moment.
Yo, can you hear me?
Welcome.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, Birdo.
Thanks for the fix, Snazzy. That was it. It was Discord being a pain.
Yeah, if you leave your Discord call, it'll fix mumble because for some reason the 2 don't like to sit together.
Awesome.
Right.
Can you still hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, cool.
Sure can. Tell us, Birdo, how long have you guys been playing together for? and he's gone.
Yeah, well, that went very well.
Looks like we might be wrapping it up here, guys.
Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear Birdo.
Yes, yeah.
Birdo's back.
I'm back, sorry.
You're playing with our emotions here, man.
Yeah. I'm screwing you around. No, so is this roster? Look, it's been 2 weeks.
Good.
So we had to move some things around. Andre was our core scout, and he departed from the team about 2 weeks ago. Doggo's had to make the leap of faith into the scout role as combo scout. Mm-hmm. And we got Crypto in as well to take over Doggo from Roma.
Lovely. Some late game changes.
Yeah, that's it.
A few players in their first season though, or second season now?
So Channy, myself, Kurt's played 1 season back in our div. Mm-hmm. And then Himbo are all first seasons.
Yeah, cool.
Crypto and Doggo have played a couple seasons, but a while ago.
Yeah, I recognise the names. No, it was definitely some players to watch. Was very impressed with Channy in particular. Brought some massive plays to the game.
Can you guys hear me now?
And yes, we can.
Oh, fantastic.
We've got even more gamers coming in. Is that Barry?
It is.
Barry, do you follow the NBA?
Occasionally.
Do you know who Steph Curry is?
I do.
Good man.
He's been blowing gas up your ass all game. He's been saying this guy is the big Steph Curry of Open. His presence alone is winning game.
A man to watch, dude. Every time you got on the sniper, I was on the Barry cam.
Mate,
to see him roll.
Haven't played this game in a few weeks, so sniper's the home.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a boomer coming back to apparently season 29 now. So
yeah, it's
interesting.
Old game for old gamers at this point. But that's all right. I think we're probably wanting to be wrapped up a little bit now.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Snazzy is the boss.
Oh, am I?
Yeah,
I suppose I am.
You're more senior than me.
I do think that was a brilliant game. It was very good to watch both of these teams play. You guys were both popping off something fierce. But we'll just kick right into shout-outs. So I'll go down the list alphabetically. Barry, mate, do you have any shout-outs for the stream?
Oh, shout out to Steph Curry for being the
that's my boy,
the role model of the day.
Yeah.
Shout out to the team.
Man.
Good blokes.
That's
it.
Alright, Birdo, mate, aside from your parents, do you have anyone that you wish to shout out?
Yeah, shout out to Birdo's parents.
Yeah, thanks Mum and Dad for watching on. Thanks to the team, really good effort over the past 7 weeks of the season and the preseason. Special mention to our mentors, Fences, Bonk It Up, Weapon Fire, and yourself, Snazzy.
Hey.
And yeah, the Gosford boys for cheering us on in Twitch chat.
Shit, yeah. Crypto, mate, I think you know what you're doing.
I've got one. I just got a shout out to Fellas Club Discord. Thanks for being awesome friends. Love you guys.
All right. Mitchell, do you want to do anything? Can they hear you? Do I need to repeat? Okay. Go on. He said, just shout out. Actually, I've got no shout outs. Oh, just shouts. That's what he said. Did I get the tone right? Typo, mate, do you have any?
I think Typo is still MIA.
He may be MIA.
On his behalf, we'll shout out the boys in Milady and the boys in Weezer.
And Wiggin, do you have anything?
Have you done yours yet, mate?
No, mate, you go ahead.
S comes before W, but I'm happy to take the lead if you want. Shout out to CappingTV putting on the stream. It's always great to see a real mixture of divisions being represented on the Twitch. Also shout out Snazzy, good lad, coming out tonight, getting me on board. And as always, the salt-free boys and girls for sticking at it for 20-something seasons now. And hopefully tuning in, maybe, who knows. If not, me and you, Snazzy, and Mitch for doing production.
And just to wrap things up, I'll say a quick shout out for the town of Warrnambool and the town of Swan Hill.
Hey.
Up the boys. Shout out the Birds parents. It's always good to see people taking interest in like what other people are doing when they're family. It's very nice.
It's good to see family love, especially 2020 boys and girls.
I want to pop a quick shout out to Mitchell, and I want to apologise to Team Weezer for baiting you with the last cast that you wanted me to do. And, I'm glad we managed to get one in. In any case, thank you everyone who has tuned in for watching our coverage of Open Week 7, Team Weezer and Milady. Big props to Team Weezer taking both maps, and I hope you all tune in for future games on Capping Television. Roll it out, Mitchell.